Hey there, this is the second video about how to read tablature. Now I've got another one where we went through the timing for tabs. So we had a bit of a tab reading demonstration where I sort of showed, you know, what a whole beat and a half beat and things looked like and what that sounded like when we're playing and reading tablature. What I want to do now though is go through and show you like some of the little different things that we can get in tab and what they actually mean. So this is just some fundamentals, okay? This isn't going into some deep, dark music theory. This is just kind of the basics that you might see cropping up when you're reading through some tab. So let's have a look at this song here. You'll notice we've got the notation. Now this is what is written here in the tab, okay? It is really a mirror image. So think of this as written in English and this is written in Italian, okay? It's the same information, the same words, for example, but it's in a different language, okay? So this is the language that is most commonly taught when you're learning music, because anyone can get this on any instrument anywhere around the world and be able to play it. Tablature doesn't have all of the information in it, okay? It doesn't have the timing and it doesn't have, you know, if it's loud or soft, any of the dynamics and things that go on with music. So, you know, most of the time people want to read notation. However, it is a language and it's going to take you years to be able to do it and to be able to do it smoothly and easily. So we use tab, and tab's awesome because especially on stringed instruments, we have got the same note in a couple of different places on our instrument. So it's not as easy as, say, learning a piano where you go, okay, well, this is my note of A and it's here and it's only ever going to be here. That A is this A. That's not the same for us, okay? We've got the A on a few different spots. So using tab is awesome because it tells us the fingering and where to actually hold the notes. So let's have a look through here. When we've got single notes being played, they're going to be one after the other. So if I took the notation away, you'll just see that you've got the numbers on the lines and that's all cool. You've got them with the little tails and things underneath, which is giving us the timing, which is great. Often, however, we don't have this, okay? It's just that this is something which is going on in Guitar Pro. It makes it a little bit more professional, okay, when you write tab in this program versus in a Word document, okay, that doesn't have the timing. Makes it easier as well when you're sharing it with other people because they can work out how to play it, okay? Otherwise it's really hard. Let's have a look down here though when we've got a few numbers all above each other. So this is a chord. And it can be really confusing if you've got a piece of music and say here you've got all these different numbers going on. Until you've been playing a long time, you're not going to be able to glance at that and go, oh, that's an E minor. I can look at this and go, yeah, that's an F, but I do this for a living, okay? This is what I do and it's easy for me now. However, you don't need to know it. Above the numbers usually is the chord name. Now, if it's not there, take a moment and actually, you know, find out what it is when you hold it and then write it on your music above the stack of numbers. That's going to help you play it a little bit more fluidly, okay, as you're playing through. So how does this work? If you've got, say here where it's saying 0003, all we're going to do is starting on the correct string, which is our fourth string, we're going to play down 0, 0, 0, and then 3. Now when I play those all together, it's a C chord, okay, and that's really easy, okay, but if you looked at it to start with, you might be thinking, I don't know what that is, you know, how do I play this? So all this is asking you to do is hold the C chord and strum it, and then afterwards we're going to play these single notes. Okay, that comes after. When we look here and we have 2, 3, 2 and 0, okay, we want to start reading it, from the other way around. So 0, 2, 3, 2. Let's go down. 0, 2, 3 and 2. That's our G chord. Okay, now if you were to try to work that out and you think, oh, I don't know what fingers to use and things like that, maybe write it on a chord chart and then it might jump out at you where you go, oh, I know what chord that is. So what I mean by that is if you had, let's try to do a new chord here, one that's not in the song. Hang on. So say if I have a blank chord chart and I wrote 1, 2, 0, 2, this would actually be my E7. It's thinking it's something a little bit different here at the moment. Let's do this one. So if I said 0, 2, 1, 2, okay, don't look at the numbers because they're finger numbers. This is going to be at my G7 chord. So the way I would write this, if I just pop this in, let's get down to the bottom here and have another line. Just make it come along so you can see it. So now if I pop G7 in, it's going to say 0, 2, 1, 2. And that is what we know to be our G7 chord, okay, 0, 2, 1 and 2. So that's how you'd read them when they're stacked up on top of each other. Let's have another look at just something else that's going on. You might see from time to time these things. Now, this little eyebrow, okay, that's going between two notes, and then the second note is in brackets. What this means is you don't play this second note, but you hold it, okay? So it's going to be long. We don't want to, so this one here is going sugar pie, honey bunch, and we want to hold the word bunch, but the bar ends, okay? So we can't put a note of a bigger value in this bar because it kind of overflows the bar. Remember, music's maths, okay? So we can't have this one being 3 beats. I've just put the notation back in, it's easier to see. So there's a 1 beat note and here's a 2 beat note. So what it's saying to do is hold this one for 3 beats. We couldn't make this one 3 beats though, okay, because the bar's already full. So what they do is they put another note in the next bar and then they tie it together. So this is called a tie, and that's going to just let you hold the note longer so you don't play this one in brackets. Now if you had this thing going on over, say, notes like this, so if I did that over here, actually nope, where is it? Just not sure why that's not working. Often you'll see, actually I'm just going to stop doing that. It will have one over the top of all of the notes. That's called a slur, and just like if you were drunk and you were slurring your words together, that's what happens in the music. So instead of the notes being really separate, they're going to be joined together. So instead of, we might go, you know, like that, where it's a little bit smoother. That's going to be what a slur is versus a tie. So that's really the only things in here. Maybe this. So this is called a repeat sign. So if we've got 2 lines with 2 dots, that just means repeat, go back to either the beginning of the song or go back to the backwards repeat sign, which we can kind of see up here. We've got this backwards repeat. So that would take us back to that section, and then we'd play through again. So hopefully that's cleared up some questions. Obviously this is a very, very brief lesson on how to read music. There's a huge amount more involved, but that will get you out of trouble. I think that will probably clear up most of your questions that you've got regarding sort of notes above each other and things that are tied together. I think they're the biggest ones that go on. Hope that's helped you, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.